Let's go ahead and settle into a comfortable meditation posture, taking care to ensure that your spine is straight and relaxed. We're facing straight ahead with our head tilted slightly forward, and this serves to bring our spine perfectly into alignment. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and softly close your eyes. And to begin, I'd like you to please bring your awareness to the exhalation of your breath. And very gently allow your exhalation to be just a bit longer and a bit more pronounced than your inhalation. Please feel free to experiment with pausing briefly at the bottom of each exhalation. Now, please very gently transition into meditation on the inner body. Be the silent observer of sensations that may start in your hands and your feet in the form of a tingling, perhaps a lightness, perhaps a heaviness, perhaps a pulsation. No analysis is necessary. There's nothing to figure out. Just be the silent observer of these sensations and allow a more tranquil, supple, non-conceptual state of awareness to emerge. the natural tendency of these sensations is for them to travel up into your arms and your legs, perhaps into the region of your chest, perhaps into your face and your cheeks. Just continue to be the silent observer, like a mountain with consciousness. No praise, no blame, no labeling, no comparing, no expectation. For the last few moments of our meditation this morning, please don't do anything. No meditating, no observing, no practice of any kind. Don't do anything and simply experience. And now very gently, very, very gently, please redirect your awareness. Become aware again of your physical body and allow your breathing to become less shallow. Taking deeper and deeper breaths, become aware again of the garments of clothing resting on the surface of your body. Become aware of your surroundings inside of the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of the world that exists outside of the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of clouds, of blue sky beyond the clouds, of outer space beyond the blue sky. We dedicate all of the merit from this morning's meditation, all of the positive energy to world peace. May all beings without exception be completely free from all forms of mental and physical suffering. May all beings without exception be happy, peaceful, contented, and free. Completely fill up your belly and lungs with air, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your meditation to an end. Thank you very much, everyone. Welcome back. So that bit that we've been doing at the end, the don't do anything, is such a profound practice in so many different ways. One of the ways is that it demonstrates that we create our world with our mind. When we're sitting there, if we're able to, in fact, accomplish resting in a state of not doing anything, if we're able to get to that place, then when we arise from that place, we see that everything that we create in our world is a product of our mind. We get an experience of that directly rather than a conceptual understanding. And it's really profound and super cool, I think. We go from a place of resting in non-conceptual awareness, a state of awareness that is free of concepts and any other sort of mental construct. We go from that place of simply abiding in awareness to a whole world that we've created with our mind, replete with friends and enemies and strangers and good situations and bad situations and irrelevant situations, inanimate objects. It's really powerful for a lot of reasons, and that's one of them. So as we progress on our path of learning, we get closer to, we get pointers that direct us closer to awakening. Not saying necessarily that we're actually getting closer to awakening. Maybe we are, maybe we're not. But the teachings are pointing more and more directly to awakening from the sleep of ignorance. And in so doing, the teachings get more subtle. They get more subtle, and words and descriptions and concepts fall progressively short of being able to explain common expressions in the teachings that we're going into that focus on non-conceptual awareness is inexpressibility. You see that in the sutras over and over as we progress in this direction. Over and over, we see the word inexpressible, because concepts are no longer of benefit as we move closer to a place of non-conceptual awareness. Do you see the paradox there, or the miss, as it were? As we progress toward a place of non-conceptual awareness, concepts fail us. They no longer do the trick for drawing us closer. So if you find yourself scratching your head and say, what the heck is going on here? It's okay. It's probably even a good sign that you're getting to a place where the concepts are no longer carrying the day. All right. And we're getting closer to a place of awareness, which is synonymous with experiencing, which is synonymous with being. So I want to reread a couple of sentences from the reading from last week by Reggie Ray in Touching Enlightenment. Let me see here. Okay, here it is. And somebody told me last week to please, early this week, to please speak into the microphone because it's difficult to hear me when my head is down reading. So I'm going to try and raise my head here. A couple of sentences that I think is very relevant to what we're talking about, particularly relevant. No matter what the mind thinks or wants, no matter what the mind thinks or wants, the body receives and the body knows. It is always and without fail in immediate and direct contact with the naked, non-conceptual experience of life. So again, to refresh a point that we made in Monday's class, we can let our 5 sense awarenesses, nose, eye, ear, tactile, taste, we can let the wisdom experiences of those sense faculties inform our progressing in meditation with the inner body, or with the body rather, our inner body meditation, meditating with the body. When you taste something, you experience it directly. Your taste sense awareness takes in everything completely unfiltered, directly free of concepts, and therefore you have a direct experience of objects of taste. Do you see that? Nothing is left out. Nothing is excluded through your taste sense awareness or any of the other 4 sense awarenesses. It's when the thinking mind kicks in and says, oh, that's an unpleasant taste, or that's a good taste, or this is tasteless. And then there's a resistance that starts to take place. Even when we regard something as tasting good, we are judging, well, maybe not judging, we're discerning, we're labeling, we're categorizing, and that's the thinking mind at work. And we're no longer necessarily engaging in our practice of accepting what is. Our thinking mind, working at the behest of our ego or our sense of self, those are interchangeable terms. Our thinking mind is taking over and preempting the process, co-opting the process of having a direct experience. And this all is really an invitation for us, or perhaps an opportunity for us to go back and check with our view of acceptance. Several months ago, I made the suggestion, and this is straight from the sutras, it's not anything original that I came up with. If we can reach a point where we are able to accept whatever arises, having abandoned the notion that things should be other than what they are, that is the definition of patient acceptance. Accepting whatever arises, having abandoned the notion that things should be other than what they are. If we can reach that place of complete acceptance, we'll never suffer again in this lifetime. This is an opportunity for us to check in and see to what degree you're on board with that view, that is your view. Complete acceptance, all in, no matter what, I'm going to try to bring myself to a place of complete acceptance of everything, whatever arises. In so doing, that will be a way to liberate me from my suffering in this lifetime. The body, the sutras are presenting to us via Reggie Ray's book, Touching Enlightenment. The sutras tell us that the consciousness within the body is also non-conceptual awareness. And the body, therefore, is able, not even able, it's not even an ability, it just happens. The body just takes in whatever it is presented with, much as our different sense awarenesses. And I'm talking beyond tactile objects, the experience of tactile sensations. The body takes in everything through non-conceptual awareness that is within the body. The difference, to my way of thinking, or the difference in my experience between the type of non-conceptual awareness of taste awareness or taste sensations and the non-conceptual awareness within the body is, and this here again, this is where words start to fail us, is that with regard to the non-conceptual awareness within the body, there is an intentionality that is at work within that. It's almost as though with our thinking mind working to our advantage this time, with our thinking mind, we can recognize the benefit of accepting, of experiencing directly, and therefore are able to harness the power and potential of consciousness within the body. Whereas with our 5 sense awarenesses, it just happens, period. With non-conceptual awareness within the body, we have an ability through intentionality to have realizations that change our lives. That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do with it. To go deeper, the only way is through experience, through going inward, doing the inner body, the meditation on the inner body, and experiencing. the one point that I wanted to make in this morning's class is that, like your 5 sense awarenesses, the consciousness within the body is non-conceptual. It's non-conceptual awareness all the time. And answers lie within, awakening lies within the body, that consciousness within the body. So more on this on Monday, a little bit of a deeper dive. We're going to talk about what happens what the consequences are when our thinking mind co-opts or interrupts our body's awareness to experience directly, blockages that occur. It's 1 minute past 9. We're out of time. I just wanted to share with you one more thought before we close, and that is that on Wednesday rather, day before yesterday, Lotus Center sent out our year-end fundraising appeal. And I just wanted to invite you to entertain the prospect of supporting Lotus Center. We're a nonprofit organization. All of our meditations are offered free of charge. Many of you donate for them, and we are all very grateful for that. So I just wanted to make an invitation for you to consider making a donation to Lotus Center. This is the season of giving. Giving is one of the 6 perfections in the practice of the Bodhisattva. And just skipping all that, giving is a good thing. So whether it's to Lotus Center or another charity of your choice, I hope you please consider engaging in the perfection of giving. So that's it. Thank you for being here. Medicine Buddha meditation tomorrow morning at 9. I hope to see you there, or maybe on Monday morning at 8:30. Have a great day and stay warm and dry.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.